put the monitoring for that instance, okay, and how to, in case the instance, see, this is what we have seen. EC2, we have a CloudWatch service where it will, this is something called alerting. So when something goes down, CPU utilization or CPU up, down, or any interface down, so anything, this CloudWatch can do anything. So it monitor the stuff, and it will generate an information notification to your email, or you can do it to anyone. So like this, we have seen. So now this is the second week, okay, second week of the course, okay. And now I'm considering you all guys are now very much familiarized with the console, AWS console. You have the access, you you got the access to the AWS, okay. You know, you familiar with the console, okay. You know the EC2, this is one of the uh, bread and butter of the AWS, okay. So you know the EC2. Under the EC2 you understand the concept of instances, okay. You know how to create the instance, Windows instance and also Linux instance, how to what are the parameters. You know about the volumes, which is nothing but the EBS volumes. You know about the backup. You know about how to modify the hard disk, how to add the additional hard disk, right? You know all about like there are two types of basically two types of servers, Windows and the Linux. Okay, so and hardly some more operating systems are there, but you will find these two are majorly. So Windows and Linux instances. So you know about this. Apart from this, you're aware about the security group, right? In the security group, when we attach to the instance, so inbound and outbound security rules, right? So in case if I, okay, Microsoft test server, so which I have, right? So if I go for the inbound access, okay, inbound rules, so you will find this one. So this is my rules. So what I am doing, I have the RDP access to inbound, means someone is coming from inbound. See, there is something called inbound and outbound. So this is your server, okay. So when you say inbound means someone from outside, they want to come into the server. So what they can do, so they can do the RDP, they can do the ping, okay. Because this is the security. If you open it to any, so anyone can can come and can do anything. But this is a wrong practice. The best practice is whatever the services open, just open that, okay. This is called inbound. In And what is outbound? Outbound means when this server, they want to go outside anywhere. The server want to go talk to another server. The server want to talk, go to the internet and browse it, okay. So for that we put any, okay, all traffic. So this is what inbound and outbound rule. In the inbound rule, we have in. So with the name you can understand, in means something is coming in. So you need to very specify that what to be in, okay. And going outbound rules, so this is it is your wish, okay. If you want to provide the internet access to this server, then you need outbound, okay. Outbound rule. If you and we have tested this one, if you remove the outbound rule, your server will lose the internet connection, right? So this is how you're aware. So guys, this is like our second week, okay. If I look at the calendar, we started on, I think, 5th. So second week means it is like 10 days, okay. In the 10 days, I am understanding that you got some maturity level of the AWS, okay. I haven't touched any advanced topic, and I just try to play around with this basic stuff, so that you can aware what is let's say for example instances. You can go and create the instances. Okay, let's say I have the instance here. So if I look at here, so in the instance, so you now you have the awareness that in the instance, okay, how to create the instance, now in the instance monitoring you will see that there are some points, details, okay, security, networking, storage, status check, monitoring, tags. Okay, so if you come down, so in the instance, so every machine in AWS, it will have some instance ID. So if you want to copy, just click this button, so you can copy that instance ID, right? Now look at here. So this is my instance ID. So and in the Amazon, they identify the server with this instance ID. Okay, this is very important. Then what we know, that there should be a private IP, there should be public IP, there should be private DNS, there should be public DNS, right? Then we will see this instance is part of which VPC, right? Which VPC? Then VPC is nothing but the network. It is part of which network? And then under that network, it is part of which subnet, right? Which subnet? Then this machine has which instance type? T2 micro means it is a general purpose server. Okay. Then if you come down, AMI ID. So AMI ID, it means the machine, Amazon machine image. So this server has which AMI ID. So the AMI ID is nothing but we took it from the this one, Amazon, right? The platform of this machine is Windows. In case the Linux, it will tell you the Linux, right? And if you come down, it will also give you key pair. This server required this key pair to generate the password. We have seen that if you don't have a key pair, then you cannot access the server at least the one time. First time, whenever you can just put that and get the password and you can use it, right? Without key you cannot work. Owner, so whoever create this, there should be one account number. So if you go to your login and look at here, so they will tell you which account number you have, right? So with that account, so Amazon will charge you on that particular account number, right? So this is all about the details. So if you go to security part of that particular instance, so if you look at here, so you will see the security group attached to this server is this one. And you there is a minimum, you need minimum one security group. If you don't put the security group, Amazon will not create the instance. There is a condition. You need to have the security group. And in the security group, you need to have inbound outbound rules. What it will in, what it will out. So this is very important, right? So you will also see the launch time of this one. And in the security, see inbound rules and outbound rules, right? You are aware about this. In the networking part, so networking part, next week, we are going to see very detail in the networking, because networking is nothing but it is the backbone of AWS. If you don't know the networking, or if you don't know the VPC of AWS, then you don't know the AWS. Okay. So what you many candidates I have seen, and we have discussed. So for the networking, Amazon have a separate specialized paper exam for the networking only, because networking is a baseline of your AWS. So you need to have the networking information. What is VPC? What is subnet ID? What is availability zone? Right? This all thing you need to do the lab next week, right? Network interface is something, whenever you create the any see, this is called ENI. So this ENI, we did not put this ENI, it is automatically came. So where you can see this ENI, if I copy this ENI, copied, and in the left side there is something called network interfaces. If I go here and just search here ENI. So can you see this ENI? It is associated with the server. Can you see the security group? And it is also giving the, it is associated with the instance ID. What is the instance ID? I just copied here in my notepad. Can you see this instance ID? The 642A0. Can you see 642A0? So what is, now we understand what is network interface. Network interface is nothing but this is virtual interface. So in Amazon, what will happen is this is your, you are building a server. Okay, this is the server or any instance, I can say instance. Okay, you create the instance. So now to that instance, okay, let's compare about server. Okay, let's compare about our infrastructure server. So let's say this is your server, Microsoft server. Okay, so server is nothing but the machine. Okay, just a higher end machine. But you know that server, you will have one RJ45 connector here. That is nothing but the LAN port. So you know what you need to do in the infrastructure? There will be a switch. There will be a switch. So you need to connect this interface from RJ45 to the network, right? And in the switches, you need to configure this interface. You need to configure this interface. You need to make this interface up, provide the which VLAN server belongs to, and that VLAN IP address you will get, and you will come to the server and you will assign manually the IP address and the default gateway and the DNS, this stuffs. So somehow without, this is called nothing but the NIC card. In the real in the infrastructure language, we called it a NIC, network interface card, NIC card. So without NIC card, you cannot connect your computer, server, or any machine to the network in the in infrastructure. Similarly, when we talk about the instance, okay, this is our instance. So this instance we configure somewhere in the AWS. So to connect to that instance, you need some sort of interface. So in the Amazon language, it is called ENI. ENI. What is ENI? Elastic Network Interface. So why the elastic name? Because the elastic name is nothing but this is movable interface. See, in the real time, in if you have a hardware, so this interface will be not be movable. It will be associated to this one only by factory default. You cannot remove the LAN. In case, yeah, there is a still option, but in the old computer there was option to remove the LAN. But nowadays, if you look at your laptop, now only you can look at your laptop, you will see one LAN port there. Okay, where you can connect your laptop LAN port, right? So that LAN port is a dedicated. It is inbuilt came. But when we say talk about the elastic means this instance now, let's say this interface is part of the server. Tomorrow what you can do, you can have another interface and create that interface, remove this interface ENI from here and attach to this guy. This is also possible, right? So this is elastic interface. So there is something here, network interface. So right now we did not created this automatically. When server build, it created, but there is an option you can create the interface. Why you need interface, I will tell you. Where is it? Pent. Okay, why you need interface? So in case let's say you have a let's say firewall. Okay, you are building a AWS firewall. So for the firewall you need one management port, one outside port, and one inside port, right? So this is, let's say, outside. So outside means it will go connect to the internet. Inside, where all your inside traffic will be there, and you need a management port to access that server, right? So in this case you need a three interface, one and three. And if I and this is nothing but instance. What is this? It is instance, and under the instance we put a image of whatever the firewall is. Image of, let's say, Palo Alto image. You can insert a Juniper, okay, whatever the image. So this is called AMI. I will say AMI. So in this case, when you say the AMI, okay, so you can take any AMI and put it into the instance. So this firewall will get ready. But for that, if you don't attach any extra interface, then by default there will be only one interface. But to the firewall you need two more interfaces. So in that case, you can create a new interfaces, ENIs, and attach to this instance. This option you have. Okay, so now let me show you one more thing here regarding the AMI. So now if I go here, okay, so now there is something called, if you go here, Amazon, what is called, marketplace. If you just go here and go for the marketplace. So what is the marketplace? Okay, so AWS workplace, find, test, buy, and deploy software solution that run on AWS. You understand what is Amazon marketplace? Let's say whatever the vendor, okay, let's say Checkpoint, okay, uh, Checkpoint vendor, or any security vendor, or you, let's say, what is called, any uh, Curador. Curador is nothing but one of the security solution. Similarly, IPAM. So whatever the organization, like they provide infrastructure hardware. So now they have put their images in AMI, or you can say Amazon Marketplace. This is called a marketplace. So so what you need to do, you need to purchase a AMI from here and use AWS instance and put it there. Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah. 1 second.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Okay. So this is called marketplace. So let's say you want Checkpoint firewall to be deployed in Amazon instance. So let's say, see for example, when I this is one thing called marketplace. Okay, so if you go here, manage subscription, go to discover product. Okay, now can you see every vendor, they have put their product here. Let's say for example, Palo Alto. Can you see this? So Palo Alto, what they're saying, Palo Alto Network Panorama Network Security Management enable you to control your distributor. So you can use this image to and put it into the instance. Similarly, Palo Alto VM series. Okay, so they have provided, this is BOL and ELA. This is also called a bundle. So there is nothing called free. It looked like a free trail, but I installed one time, so I got charged for that. Can you see? Starting price $1.4 per hour from here to here. So still you can use it. So when you take this image, so you know to actually subscribe this. Okay, and in the left side, can you see the more vendor, Zscaler, then Accenture, Sonic Wall. These are the firewalls vendor. Okay, Sonic Wall, let's say you want Sonic Wall, so you just click here, so Sonic Wall image will come here, right? So you need to subscribe this image first. So when you subscribe, it will be charged. Okay, and what you can do is, while creating the instance, okay, let's say I'm in EC2. I'm here in EC2 instance. Okay, and I am going to create. Okay, so this is called instance. So let's say you want to create an instance. So now we know how to create an instance, launch instance. Okay, so now the first place they are asking what you want. So generally, if you remember, we were check mark here, free tier. Okay, and we were looking for this one. But in the organization, they will not look for the free tier. They want their own wish. Okay, so there is an option called here. Can you see here? AWS Marketplace. So there are two options. Either you go to directly Amazon Marketplace, subscribe here, and build the instance there itself from here, or you can go to this direct process, and there is, while selecting the AMI machine image, you instead of this one, you just go for the marketplace. Can you see here? So in the marketplace, you will find all different vendor: Barracuda, Juniper, Trend, Open, Splunk. Yesterday, Salman bhai, you were talking about the Splunk. So you can deploy Splunk in the AWS instance. Can you look it here? So let's say, for example, Splunk Enterprise. So if I'll select that image, so okay, now what it is saying, I'm not authorized something, blah blah blah. So this is an access restriction. But uh, with your account, if you just click, but be careful. Okay, because when you take this one, so Amazon, this will charge you twice. How? The first charge will be, you are using AWS instance, and also you are purchasing a marketplace image. Okay, so there will be two type of charges. You will be charged for these two. Okay, so be careful. That's what the people, the trainers, they talk about marketplace at the end of the class. Okay, so why I'm showing you, because, but with the disclaimer, I'm telling you this, that AWS marketplace is something like an external thing. Can you see this marketplace? You can come and buy anything from here. Okay, you can come and buy, and can you see how many products here? You just tell me any product. I will tell you. Salman bhai, you just tell me any product. I will search here.
Yesterday we discussed about QRadar also.
Okay, Curada. Curada. Can you see IBM Curada Security Intelligence Platform? So you just need to select it. So okay, right now I have a access restriction, and this is why I put this one, because uh, like it will charge. Okay, that's why it is denied. Otherwise, anyone can go and if by mistake, if I select this one, right, so it will charge me in thousands. Just that's why it got blocked. But um this, how the access restriction done, this one, so this is done by AIM. So in the services, if you go here in security, the first thing is security identity compliance, IAM. Okay, so here we can control who can access what, who can do what. So we are going to learn this in detail, inshallah. So, but right now we are talking about the Amazon instance, this one AMI marketplace. So you just need to select the marketplace. Then next, the rest steps are same. Choose instance type, configure instance type, blah blah blah. Okay. So let me just give me. I'm just stopping on my screen, and let me do if I can select anything so that I can show you what will be the next step. 1 second only. So I connected here. From here I need to, okay, because this is this is not a free service. Okay, I'm just sharing my screen back. So I will not encourage you to um, do the lab for that. Okay, now I'm back here. So now Amazon Marketplace. So this is what the marketplace. So you here you can see more details. Let's say um, like Salman, can you provide any like your SAP related product?
So in SAP, Ariba is there. SAP Ariba, which is cloud-based product.
Ariba, is it? No, no, one source it does look like. Let me search for SAP. SAP HA. So is this vendors are you, I think you must aware about this. SUS and vendors. Okay, here in the left side, vendor side,
Yes,
SAP vendor.
Suzy Linux is specific to SAP.
Okay, fine. So let's say, for example, Suzy Linux, you want to go for this. So before uh, using this, we reach out to Suzy vendors, and we can, so that they can give some discount. Okay, that you can take this image and use this code or something, or directly you no need to go to them. They already published their thing. Okay, our image is here. You can use it. It will be charged this one. Okay, they have agreement with the AWS. Plus, can you see starting from 0 to 2 per hour for software plus AWS usage fees? Can you see this? This is clearly they are mentioning. So when I select this one, okay, so they will give you some more details there about their product. What is the charges, and okay, and what will be the per hour things. Okay, now see here, product overview. See, typical price $2.63 per hour. Okay, so nothing is free in the Amazon. Whatever, only in the free tier, for that limited purpose you can just go ahead and delete it. If you keep anything in the AWS, it will obviously going to be charged. Okay, but just think about infrastructure, think about the organization level. So in the organization level, everything is here. You no need to go outside, you no need to check for any vendor, you no need to go. Just think about the solution, go to the marketplace, pick the image and put it into the instance. See, you just need to go here and say continue to subscribe. I will get an authentication error. Okay, yeah, I don't have permission for that. So once you go to subscribe, they will give you, okay, this thing, terms and condition. Okay, just uh, just say yes. Okay, and there will be option continue um, to go for EC2. So directly, it will take you to this page, EC2 page. EC2 page, how we create the instance. Creating the instances, don't now see this point. Now today only I told you. Now you got to realize. Till yesterday, you were know about choosing the image. We need to select the free tier. Okay, free tier. So all the free tier will come, and you can search, select any Linux or any Windows image AMI. But now can you look at इसको बोलते हैं दूसरी नजर. So now can you look at here in the same page, you have this option AWS Marketplace. Okay, you can go here. Okay, now also you can search AMIs also. Okay, let's for example backups. So in this instance, I want to put my backup. If I put here, I have my backup here. Can you see this? So what I can do, I can use my backup AMI select. So whatever the configuration there, so all configuration of my server will come here. So let's say I'm picking this one. Okay, my AMI select. So can you see? So the C drive, whatever the drive data, everything will come here. But rest all is your choice. Let's say you are configuring firewall. Let's say you're configuring some um, separated stuff. So what RAM to be used, what instance type to be used. So they will inform in their portal. There should be some pages where they will inform. Let's say for Palo Alto, they have told that for using the Palo Alto image, you need to use T2 micro. One second, where is it? Not T2 micro. It is N series. NX M MN. Where is it? Come down, come down. Okay, can you see this? X large. So they have told you can use minimum this one. So what it is saying, it has a 4 CPU utilization, 4 CPU and 16 RAM, 16 GB RAM. So they will tell you, and also they provide. Okay, we have this option also. They will provide you two instance type. So you need to select this instance. You cannot select with the Palo Alto image. You cannot select this one. Why? Because this is a free and this is a small one, right? If you want to go to what is the instance type, there is an option there in the E2. There is option instance type, so you can go and review there how many CPUs for this one. So the same list they are giving here also. The next here you can search for this one. So now Monday, from next week we are going to learn the VPC. So right now, since last 2 weeks, what we are using this default VPC and default availability zone. So now Monday we are going to talk about the concept, and also we are going to see how to configure the VPC, your own VPC, your own subnet. Okay, you can create your own VPC and own subnets, and you can allocate to any all these availability zone. And when you configure the server, you will get your own IP address, what you have configured here. Okay, also there is something called auto assign public IP. Can you see? If it is enabled, you will get a public IP there on your server, and which is actually from the real time, it is dangerous. You don't require a public IP address. No one put public IP address on the server except the web server. If you have internet access, then only we provide otherwise that by that's why in many organizations it is forcefully disabled, so no one can go, only exception. So if you say, then how my server can go to the internet, there is an option called internet gateway. From there your server can go. Okay, so this is how. Now I'm confident about EC2, and you guys now aware about EC2. And this is the fundamentals. There is one more thing in the EC2 which I did not touch. I will touch it after we learn the VPC and all. What is that? Which is nothing but the load balancer and the auto scaling. Because in the load balancer, you need to create not one, two servers. You need to host some application on that, and you need to test that. So for that, it requires some more maturity level. Okay, and you need some more understanding. So in the load balancing, you need one server in one availability zone, another server in another availability zone, and you can do a load balancing between those servers. So for that, you need to learn about the VPC. So that's the dependency. That's why I'm leaving it for now. But we are going to touch these 2 points in the EC2. These 2 points, we are aware about security group, elastic IP address. This is again a public IP address. Okay, so you need to yesterday we have seen, you need to allocate this public IP address. Okay, and associate to your server. Then key pair. Without key pair, you cannot work. This is required for your server. And network interface, which is nothing but we have just seen. Nothing. Every instance will have a network interface. If suppose you want to build some server which required 2 NIC card, then you can come here and create the interfaces and associate that interface to whatever the instance you have. So if you go here, see this. If I go to, so there are so many interfaces. So if I go here, okay, in this interface and in the action, you have option. Can you see? Not this one. Microsoft. This. So this is my instance. This is my uh, interface. If I go here, can you see? Attach and detach. There are 2 options. So let's say, for example, I'm creating one in network interface. Create network interface. Okay. Let's say test theme. Okay. Then which subnet you want? I want to put this interface in US East 1 availability zone. Okay. And customize IPC. You want to auto assign IP address, or you can customize. You can give your willing IP address from that particular pool. Okay. So you, let's say auto assign public IP, and you need to assign any security group which you want. Okay. And then come down and create interface. Enough address status request. So it is saying subnet is not having enough interface. So what I will do, I will select another interface, East 1B, or create interface. Select security group tasking. So I will select the security group, create network interface. Okay, now successfully created. So now can you see, if I now filter it with my name, test interface, IP address. Can you see here? This is the IP address I got. Okay. If you want any elastic IP address to be assigned, you can assign here. Elastic means your wish IP address. You can allocate and you can associate here. And you know, this interface, this is elastic interface. You can go and attach to any instance. Can you see there is an option called attach? Just go here, attach, and you can attach to any instance. So this is what it is called, a elastic interface. You can go attach, and that's it. It will get attached, that particular IP address. So all granular control you have. Okay, I'm just deleting it, not required it. If you're not using it, then better to delete. Okay, so this is how the network interfaces are. So EC2 is now, if you, I'm telling, if you haven't practiced, you have a weekend, Saturday, Sunday. Just go and touch each and every topic. Even if you see for the CloudWatch and SNS, if you did not get that topic, no problem, don't do it now. I will provide you next week a proper document. You can do it later. But what I'm telling you, you need to be comfortable to create the instance. If I tell you tomorrow on Monday, if I ask anything about this instance, okay, what is this parameter, where is this, what key, what is the security group, what is the this one, so you need to be answer for that. Because Monday we are going for a very advanced topic, which is nothing but the base, which is nothing but the base of your what is called AWS, which is nothing but VPC. Okay, so VPC is, I can say, it is a backbone of AWS. So Monday we are going to look the theoretical stuff, because we are going to touch many things here. Okay, we need to create our own VPC. Okay, then under that VPC you need to create a subnets. Then the subnet required a routing table. Then your servers, if they want to go to internet, they need an internet gateway. You need to create an internet gateway here, your own internet gateway, right? This is called IGW, internet gateway. Then like this it will go. Okay, then here also you have elastic IP. Then you have some more security part also here, security stuff, network ACL and DNS firewalls. Then Amazon network firewall. Okay, then this is something called when you want to connect your VPC, one VPC to another VPC. So what is the option? So there is something called transit gateway. Okay, so many advanced topics are coming next week. So for that, you need to, at least you need to understand the EC2 and you are comfortable with the console. Then we are going to the VPC next week. Okay, any questions?